Dr. Umar is a misogynist, and he's always had issues with women. If you don't believe me, Google woman confronting Dr. Umar at conference, and that should tell you something.
I seen Dr. Umar Johnson interview on the Bittersweet podcast, right? And he posed a question, and he stated, would you give a man $700 for 12 to 24 months to invest in his dream so that he is able to be the provider for your family, right? So this is not your husband. Y'all were dating for around 2 years. Is love there? Is like there? You know, you're a little bit invested and you believe in him and his dreams. He just need a little extra push and a little extra kick. Would you give this man $700 for 12 to 24 months in order to get on his feet with the hopes that he would then do right by you and take care of you, right? Or help with your family, since y'all are trying to build a family together, right? It's some investment there. And I was stuck. And maybe because I've been with my man for so long at this point, so it's like my situation is different because we've been together for so long. But I'm like, wow, just to meet a new person and to just have that much faith in them is scary. Y'all tell me your thoughts in the comments, because I instantly was like, I don't think I would. Like, that was like an instant no.
So as expected, Dr. Umar's faces a backlash after appearing on the Bittersweet podcast and making some controversial statements about snow bunnies, except this time it was a little bit different.
Problem with your reluctance, but I want to explain something. Okay. And I want all my young sisters to hear me. A big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential and she will invest in him. She will help him level up. And then when the sisters see him 5 years ago, 5 years later, he's a millionaire. And the sisters say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl. But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
But I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Y'all let me know your thoughts.
This female commenter says, absolutely not. A part-time job almost anywhere will pay $700 a month. So in that scenario, Dr. Umar was like, hey, if you needed $700 a month for support, and I understand the scenario. Here's the thing. Let me say this. I would never tell any man to rely on any woman to see his dreams, goals, plans, vision come to fruition. You shouldn't do that. You should not be relying on any woman. But this is not what this is about. This conversation really came from what I believe Dr. Umar is seeing an area where a lot of black women could benefit. Because what if you did find that guy who, you're not picking a bum here, right? If you're sitting around waiting for a woman to save you, you're not part of this conversation. But what if you did find a man who was building? How better would he treat you? How more sure would he be of you if you drunk coffee? Come on.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
How much better will your life be if you supported that man, if you showed him? And it's that it doesn't have to be he's jobless. I don't think most men are even cool with that. At least men who are caffeinated, right? He's jobless. He's not willing to work. If you are chasing a dream in right now, if you're chasing a dream, if you have a goal, you should always work as you're chasing your goal. And on your off days, focus on your goal. No partying, no drinking. Give up all that shit. If you're serious, then you will see progress in what you want to do. But that advice can only be applied and taken seriously for men who are disciplined enough to truly want it, right? But I think there are a lot of those men. There are a lot of those men who women run into, and he's telling you about his vision, his plans, and he knows, you may not believe in him or respect him right then and then, but you don't pay attention to his consistency. You don't pay attention to his work ethic. You don't see that he's obsessed, right? That he has a plan. That's the problem. You're being brainwashed by the TikToks who are telling you if you can't pay for your bills, if you can't pay for your rent right now, then he's not worth investing in. There are a lot of bright women who've paid attention and they've invested. Yes, black women included. But the problem with that is the vast majority of them, we hear and see how much they would never date the bus driver. He has to own the bus. Oh, but Chisha, other races do it too. They do. But I think within the black community, that whole no 50-50 approach to dating really has him in a serious chokehold.
I mean, my biggest turnoff is just a man who wants to split bills of any nature. My just gets really so dry that I develop thrush. Like I feel itchy and I just want to put a rake inside myself and just get all the flakes of itchiness out, because how could you be so ungentleman? You want to me, but you don't even want to make me feel good. Gross. Ugh, boo. Ick, ick, ick.
More comments here. Another comment here says, I would not, that is not my place as a girlfriend. She's talking about as a girlfriend, it's not her place to help out. Somebody else here says, a man has to stay single until he builds his business. That's it. In fact, I would back this up because I think most dudes already know this is the approach. You know, right? Like, let me go build myself up. But for a lot of guys, if they knew you wouldn't give them a chance back in the day, like you were the chick who looked over him, then later on were like, oh, okay. You're getting used and abused. I'm sorry, it's not right. Don't do it, but they will. Hey, don't do it, but they might. You feel me? Somebody else here says, if it's his dream, he'll figure it out. I'm working on my dreams. Fair. And you have to approach your goals in life this way, gentlemen. You have to. But if you happen to be graced by a woman who pours into you, then, you know, that's a blessing. Somebody else here says, why can't he ask his family for money? I don't understand. Here's somebody else who says, as a man, I wouldn't even ask for all that.
Yo, I just watched a clip of Dr. Umar on this podcast, and I am so pissed right now. Dr. Umar, if you ain't Dr. Umar, y'all can scroll. Do me one more favor, because I got so much respect for you. Stop pushing this goddamn narrative that black women are not interested in a black man that's in progress. That is such bullshit. That is probably the biggest load of bullshit that I've ever heard. The reason why we don't want to y'all when y'all ain't got shit is because you're not loyal. You're not loyal.
Oh, this hit a spot with her. You can tell she's it got personal.
It ain't never had shit to do with money. We've been taking care of y'all. We've been investing in y'all. We've been building y'all up. And then y'all leave us for other people. Then y'all throw other women in our faces. Y'all never marry the girl that built you up. You never get a black woman give you y'all up. She could be dark skinned. Next thing we know, you with a light skin. She could be fat. Next thing we know, you with a skinny. So stop this narrative.
Comment down below. What do you think? Let's see. Let's check out some comments. First comment here says, prime example, Kevin Hart, Neo, Kanye West. Can y'all help me name them? And so they're pulling up celebrities. Does that happen? Yeah. You know, celebrities don't represent the general public. It happens. But most men really do appreciate and show love to the women who pour into them. And this is where you as a woman have to be strategic, right? You can't be here giving these men kids outside of wedlock. You can't be here having these men move into you and you're starting families. You know, if you get the ring and get the marriage, then you put yourself in a even better situation. Here's somebody else who says, say it loud for the brothers in the back. Here's somebody else who added, that's what happened to me several times until I made up my mind if he didn't have himself together, he can keep it moving. Somebody else here says, you have to respect her point of view. I'm a man and she right. Somebody else here says, this is so true. They always bounce after we build them up. No more building a bear project. Okay, so final comment here. This is also, unfortunately, another consequence of feminism. Let me explain. There was a time where men could not go around busting cheeks, impregnating women. Follow me here. I'm going to bring it back. I'm tying it all in together. Follow me. There was a time when all that wasn't celebrated. And the right way to approach things is the man who wanted you was vetted by who? Your father and the elderly men in your house. He was vetted by other men, right? They could look at him and they could tell, hey, this man's bad business. He's going to play you. He's feeding you lies and sweet nothings. But now we don't have that anymore. We don't care what men think. We've removed that buffer, that guidance that women used to have before picking a man. Are you telling me women can't pick their own men? Okay. Hey, go ahead. Looks like it's working out. It looks like it's working out. Keep doing what you're doing. Right? Hey.
No, I'll have a tea actually.
You have a tea actually. But some of you will say, no, I don't like tea. I need some guidance. I need to talk to some elderly men. I need somebody in my life who's not trying to sleep with me, who I can trust and get guidance from and vet these men. There are a lot of, I just know way too many chicks who don't really seek counsel or guidance from the men in their lives when it comes to the men that they're picking. And it makes a difference, man, because men see through that very quickly. They really do. Listen, of course, guys, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.